going on, guys? It's Wolfie here, and welcome back. I say welcome back. I'm welcoming back myself to the goddamn save. I ain't done it in that long. Welcome back to the Southampton save on FM16. I know a lot of you probably thought this was dead and buried and gone. However, I kind of feel like I owe it to myself to just complete this one series. I mean, the only real series I've actually finished on this channel. That sums it up. The silence sums it up. I haven't. So I owe myself to finish this Southampton series, and I owe it to you guys who subscribed for this series. So I'm going to finish it before we move on to any other series. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I have moved on quite a bit because I do want to end the series. As you can see, we are on the 1st of February. That doesn't mean I'm not playing it like I would if I didn't want to finish it so quickly. I still, I'm trying to do the best I can. However, it's not been going too well, but that will be in the next episode and stuff like that. In this episode, it's mainly just the January transfers that have happened because we have moved on quite a bit, as I've said. So let's go ahead and take a look at the new signings. First in was Alisson. Not much to say. Fantastic keeper. Was released by International. Now I don't know why. Maybe because of contract reasons, or I'm not too sure. But we got him on a free. I think I mentioned this in another previous episode. Don't know. But yeah, just he's solid, innit? That's pretty much it. Now this is gonna seem like a weird one to you, and you're probably gonna think to yourself, why on earth have you got Yuri Telemans in January when you're gonna end the series? It's a loan deal. It's not a permanent deal. It's only a loan. And I felt like I probably needed someone to just freshen up the squad because it's not been going well. Like, you'll see in the next episode, but it's just absolutely been a complete shambles. It's not been going well. And I thought bringing a young 19-year-old Belgian, may I add, might add a bit of excitement, a bit of spark, a bit of fireworks to our football, and it's just not. But nevertheless, it's Yuri Telemans. He is a solid midfielder, even at the age of 19 years old. And obviously, we've seen it in FM15, FM14, whatever FM. He just gets better and better and better and better and better. So, yeah, I'm surprisingly he can play it up front. I'm pretty sure Anderlecht did that, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, if you're wondering why I've still got the ID codes like there, that's due to a new project that I'm starting, which is a new save that I'm starting, which will debut after this is finished. Yeah. Grr. Another loanee, Munir from Barcelona. Everyone knows about Munir, and I thought again, a youngster, young, bright, excited, happy, would come into the squad and reignite the fire that's been just put out by God knows who done that, but someone's definitely put it out. It ain't me. Like, I don't think the board can point fingers at me because I'll just RKO every single one of them. Might even tombstone one through a table if I have to, but it's not been me. So whatever, cool. But yeah, Munir, the determination and the flair stood out to me the most, even out of the rest of his stats. Just because he's determined, and I thought, again, having a determined player such as himself coming into the squad, it'd make everyone else determined and make everyone else sort of fight for what they want, but it just doesn't seem to be working. I had to. He was transfer listed by Man City, and I couldn't pass off the offer. He was only transferred at £4.8 million as well, which is an absolute bargain for Mangala. But yeah, a couple of seasons ago, he was actually rated. Then he went to City, and it was like, oh. But nevertheless, again, trying to bring fresh new players in, but I think my problem is I do it in multiple saves. I think I've just signed too many players. I literally do think I've oversigned this season, and it's something I promised myself I wouldn't do, but I've just definitely oversigned, and the players haven't been able to gel, and it's been a complete shambles of a season, which you'll find out the results next episode. But yeah, it's just not going well. But yeah, Mangala, Subotic's form has kind of dropped as well. And I just needed someone again, fresh, bright at the back, and to see what we can do. But yeah, those stats though: 19 aggression, 19 strength, 17 stamina, 18 natural fitness, 18 balance, 17 work rate, 16 marking. Nah, he's not a peasant, is he? Just not. So, Fraser Foster went to Nottingham Forest for £850,000. We weren't using him. He wanted out, so he's gone. Good goalkeeper, good backup goalkeeper. I guess he'll be a first team for Nottingham Forest as they're lower down in the leagues. However, for us, he just wasn't going to start, and it's best that we both went separate ways. And indeed, we did. And I want to see, has he been playing? Don't know if he's been playing. Has he been playing? Yeah, he's had four appearances and conceded 4 goals. Sorry, it's not funny. Yeah, no, really, really low fee, and a player I didn't really want to have to let go. But yeah, he's gone. Felipe Gutierrez, gone to Marseille for £1.8 million. Again, I think I mentioned this before. I'm not too sure, but yeah, he's gone. He's a solid midfielder. Like, he actually, the stats may look deceiving, as I've said in the past, but he's actually very, very, very solid. And when he did depart, I had loads of complaints. So it shows of how much of an impact he actually did have on the squad. So yeah, it's sad, but he's gone. Lokadia confirmed his move to Aston Villa for £3 million. He came back to the squad and we did try to use him, but he was still unhappy. Loaned him out to Aston Villa again, and we just offered them £3 million to buy him, and they did. So he is now an Aston Villa player. I don't know. I think he's doing well. I'm supposing he's had 2 appearances, 3 goals. So that's that really. That pretty much says it. In all appearances, he's had 3 goals and 3 appearances. So yeah, they're lower down as well. So I'm thinking he's going to be like the star. Personally, I think he'd be the star of the Championship. That's probably why he preferred to move. But a lot of answers, but it's one of those things, I guess. Christopher Azure has gone to Toulouse, I think. Yeah, Toulouse FC on a season loan. Look at them arrows. He's going to be an absolute machine in the future. Goodness gracious me. Look at that. He can play attacking midfielder, and I didn't train him in that. Woo. Woo. Oh, sorry, I just thought I'd make a song. Yeah, I can't remember training him as attacking midfielder. I think that's not. It might have been me, actually. I'm not too sure. Or maybe he came in as that. I don't know. But yeah, now he's fluid. Well, comfy in defensive midfield and attacking midfield. Now there's someone that's definitely Toulouse. I'll train him to be a striker. Freaking hell, he's going to be an absolute monster. He's got, to be fair to him though, he's got the finishing's decent. Finishing's decent. I mean, he's got to get the dribbling up a little bit, but he's got the finishing. He's got the heading. Does he have the jump reach? Where's the jump reach? Let's take a look at the jump reach. I think I can't see it. Okay, 70. See, he could no, he could be a striker. He could be a striker. He could be a striker. Got the acceleration. Nah, ain't got the agility though. Nah, it hurts. Does hurt. Ain't got the flair either. Off the ball's good. Position is good. Determination is good. Decisions are good. Composure, yeah, solid. Last but not least, Jose Fonde has gone to FC Lorient for, I can't remember the fee. Let's go check the fee. Doesn't remember the fee. £425,000. Yeah, shows how much he was valued now as a centre back. And I know he's been at the club for a very, 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 very long time. But was, with Southampton started from the bottom. Now we're here. Started from like the bottom with them, came to the top with them, but with me, he just wasn't playing very well. He wanted to leave because he wasn't playing, so it's kind of had to happen, really, I guess. But I know there's gonna be some Southampton fans like, oh, why'd you sell him? But I guess sometimes it's just these deals just have to happen. I mean, look at Lampard, look at Steven Gerrard. That's not a Liverpool accent, is it? I don't know. Look at those guys. The likes of Gary Neville. Everyone has to go their separate way. Well, he retired, but everyone has to go their separate way someday. So it was just that time. So those were the transfers that had happened in January. Not a lot of business had been done. Actually, I'm going to take you through the schedule now, just so we can get that out the way. So since the game against Swansea, we drew 2-2 with Everton. This was before the new year, may I add. So we drew 2-2 with Everton. A really back and forward game. They scored first, then we scored, then they scored, then we scored. It was just back and forth completely. And it was quite annoying, but I guess the draw was the right result at the end of it. Against Man City at the Etihad Stadium, we lost 2-0. Bonnie's an absolute machine in this game. It's not fair, and so is Sterling, to be fair. Then at the St. Mary's Stadium, we drew 1-1 with West Ham United. Dimitri Payet scoring and Woodrow on the score sheet for us. Against Norwich, we lost 1-0 at Carrow Road. Yeah, pretty much sums up the season. Same with Wolverhampton, just does sum up the season, especially when they got a player sent off in the 28th minute. Really, really bad. And then we go to then we freaking have Arsenal at the St. Mary's Stadium, and we drew 4-4. Like that. How does that work? How do you go from losing to Norwich, drawing with Wolves, to drawing with Arsenal? 4-4, may I add. Not 1-1, not 0-0, 4-4. Woodrow getting 2 goals as well. Embolo on the score sheet, finally, getting his name up there quite a bit now. Against Tottenham, Arsenal's fierce rivals, we beat them 4-2 in the Capital One Cup semi-final, the first leg at home. Ward-Prowse and Woodrow getting a hat-trick against Tottenham. In the FA Cup third round against Southend United, we kept it really close, and it shouldn't have been, but it was, because that sums up our season. Fonte and Redmond were on the score sheet, and then we had our first game. This is now into the new year, and then we had our game against Newcastle, which just was not okay. Really wasn't okay. We were expected to win, and we didn't, and results like this just get under my skin. Queen's Park Rangers at home beaten 2-0 finally. The peasants got shifted to the side. Against Liverpool at Anfield, we lost 3-0. Felipe Coutinho just bossed the whole game. Sturridge had a really good game as well. Milner surprisingly popped up on the score sheet. Peasant. Then against Tottenham, we drew 2-2 at White Hart Lane. In the second leg, Woodrow scoring against them again, and Ward-Prowse against them again. Eriksson and Perez also on the score sheet for Tottenham. And our last recent result was against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Now I was thinking, because we drew 4-4, I was like, mate, we've got a chance. And then I remembered it was at St. Mary's Stadium, and then I looked and I was like, Emirates, Morata, Sanchez. Yeah, it wasn't very good. Just wasn't good. So that's pretty much it. So we haven't got many games left of the season. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 14, 15, 16 games left. So I'm going to play this game here against these two teams here. We're also going to be playing the Capital One Cup in the next episode. And then I'll probably go to... I'm thinking, so I could do Chelsea. No point doing Chelsea again. So I'm thinking I could probably go into our last home game against Man City. Why not? And call it a series. So hopefully you've enjoyed the episode. If you have enjoyed this, leave a like. I'm very hyper right now. I've had loads of orange juice and Skittles. So yeah. Peace.